So just when you thought Michael Burry wasn't crazy enough to make another bet against the stock market, right? He just lost a bunch of money on triple Q puts and SPY puts, I believe, as well. Just when you thought he wasn't going to make another major bet, well, he made another major bet. In this case, not against the entire stock market, but against a sector within the stock market, which is what we're going to break down in this video, because we just got the 13F filing from Scion Asset Management, which you guys probably know is Michael Burry's hedge fund. So we have a lot to break down in this video. If y'all find value, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe for more. It's free. And you might as well follow me on X as well at Stocks Talk Stocks, link down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So you guys know Michael Burry, no need for an introduction. The man needs no introduction. You all know he's made some crazy calls throughout the last 10, 15, 20 years, and he's known for making major contrarian bets. That's what Michael Burry is known for, and in this case, he made another major contrarian bet with the ETF that you guys see right here. Let's just dive right into it. The ETF is SOXX, which I'm not sure if you know, but this is a semiconductor ETF. He bought a ton of puts on this ETF, totaling market value of $47 million, or 47% of the hedge fund, which again is Scion Asset Management. So this is a fresh position, which is a major bet, guys. And under that, we have a put on BKNG, which I believe is Booking Holdings, right? He has a put on them. About 7, almost 8% of his portfolio is against BKNG. So almost half of it is against, again, SOXX, which is a semiconductor ETF. And quickly to show you guys here what are the top holdings, or what the top holdings are in SOXX. Let me come down here a bit so I can show you all right here. Let me zoom in so you guys can see the top holdings of this ETF. We have AMD, which is Advanced Micro Devices, AVGO, NVIDIA, of course, the top dog NVIDIA is in this ETF, and those three comprise roughly, 25% of the ETF. So AMD is actually the biggest holding at 9%, Broadcom's at 8.35% of the ETF, we have NVIDIA at almost 7.9%, Intel's up there at 7.65%, we have Texas Instrument at about 5.6%. So these are the top holdings of this ETF, which again, it's a semiconductor ETF. So he is, making a massive bet, which is, I believe he bought 1,000 put contracts. I'm not sure when they're expiring. That's the thing with 13F filings, guys. We don't know exactly, when he bought, if he's already out of these puts, how much he's up or down. We don't know the exact nitty gritty details, but we do know, in fact, for sure, that he's in puts against SOXX. And some of the other holdings that he has here, these are his top holdings, by the way. Again, SOXX put, BKNG put, that's about 55% of Scion Asset Management LLC right now. Then under that, we have STLA. He owns $7 million roughly of this stock. This is not a put or a call. This is straight up shares he owns, which is Stellantis NV. Then under that, he owns Nexstar Media Group. Then he has SBLK. And funny enough, he actually owns Booking Holdings stock, but he also has puts against them. Funny enough, or funny how that is playing out, right? Then under that, we have Alibaba. He owns roughly $4 million of Alibaba, 50,000 shares. Then he also owns JD.com, roughly $3.5 million, or 125,000 shares of JD.com. So those are his top holdings right now. And his new holdings, let me see any new holdings. Of course, the puts that we talked about, but he also bought some more shares of, he just added Baba and JD to his portfolio. So those are brand new, fresh holdings, which I'm pretty sure he already owned those a couple quarters ago. Maybe he sold out and now he's buying back in. But these are the new holdings based on the last 13F filing. And we can see he ended up closing out of a lot of holdings. You guys can see all of these right here, which again, he is not known for buying, large cap, big tech stocks that a lot of people would know. He's more known for going against the stock market and buying, little itty bitty companies, maybe not so much little companies, but companies that are not in the public eye too much. And you guys can see here, he sold out of SPY puts he had and triple Q puts in the last quarter. And from my understanding, he took a massive loss on both SPY and triple Q puts. As you guys can clearly see, the stock market has been doing pretty well. So this is something that we have to realize. You know, a lot of the times the best that he makes against the stock market or particular sectors, they don't work out. But when they do work out, he does fairly well, as we saw in 2008 with the whole, crash that we had, the great financial crisis. He made a lot of money during that time period, and that was kind of his rise to fame. Let's see, what else did he ended up selling out of? He sold out of CVS, it looks like here. Some other names that you guys might know. Geo, that's a big one that he owned. He sold all of that, the remainder of his shares in Geo Group. Let me see what he ended up adding to. Let's see what he added to here, guys. He added to STLA, which is Stellantis. We talked about that earlier in this video. A couple other ones here: NXST, SBLK, EURM. Again, a bunch of companies that, sure, maybe you guys might know, but a lot of people probably don't know these, but he's adding them. He's adding them to his portfolio here. And let me see, what did he reduce? Did he reduce any? Looks like he sold out of some CRGY, which is an energy company, REAL, which is a consumer discretionary company. He sold out of some of that. He reduced his position. So again, the major bet that he's making right now is against the SOXX ETF. Think of Nvidia, AMD, Intel, Broadcom. These companies have ran up massively year to date. And again, he's a contrarian investor. He goes in and he bets against companies that have done very well, and he thinks that are way overvalued. And who knows, man, this could easily be a winning trade for him if Nvidia reports bad numbers tomorrow. Maybe these companies start to sell off over the next couple of weeks. Maybe he'll, profit off the downside, or maybe he's already out. He could already be out. He could have already sold out of these put options or put contracts for all we know. I mean, we have no idea. But at this point, that is what he's doing. Major bet against semiconductors, which, let's be honest, if I pull the charts up here, a lot of these are way over valued, way overbought on the charts as well. And maybe some of you will argue against that. I mean, you can argue if you want in the comments. By all means, you're free to do that. But Nvidia, man, is at $500 per share right now, when just about a year ago, this thing was at $100 per share. No joke. Under $150 per share is where it was last December, just about a year ago. So Nvidia's up massively. AMD's up massively. You guys can see that here on the yearly chart. Nvidia, AMD is breaking out. Intel is up big time over the past year. Look how stretched Intel's chart is. I mean, geez Louise, guys, way overbought in my opinion. What else? Broadcom, AVGO is another big stock in that ETF, which again, he's making a major bet against. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense in my opinion. I understand where he's coming from, but just because he's making this major bet doesn't mean that these stocks are going to collapse. For all we know, we could be seeing even more upside. And again, with 13F filings, we don't know exactly when he bought these puts, right? For all we know, he could already be out of these puts, and he could have already taken a major loss, considering look how much these have gone up in the past couple of weeks, probably since he bought those puts. Look how much these stocks have gone up. AVGO's up big time in the past couple of weeks. Nvidia, forget about it, is up a lot. AMD, you guys know, of course, is up a lot. And SOXX, the ETF that he bought the puts against, is up a lot as well over the course of the last roughly month at this point. It went from 430 now to 520. SOXX is up 20%, which if he bought the puts when this was roughly here, let's say, for example, or when it was here even, he's down on those puts. He's losing money, at least on paper. That's if he hasn't sold out yet, which he might have already sold out and cut his loss for all we know, guys. We don't know, but that is the major bet that Burry is making. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on X as well at Stocks Talk Stocks. And you might as well get your free stocks from Moomoo if you have not done so already. Use that link down below or go to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo. Open up your account and fund it with at least $100 $100, you get 5 stocks, each up to $2,000, and you get a free share of SoFi stock as well. And fund your account at least $1,000 if you guys want to up the ante. On top of those 6 stocks, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 16 stocks again, each up to $2,000. So use that link down below or go to stocksurfs.com/mumu. Get your stocks, guys. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all later.